Hello everyone, so without stopping, without editing, can we beat these Spiral Abyss with an F2P sort of equivalent like Teams? The answer is yes. So obviously I'm going to use my Kokomi, specially adjusted downwards to be below that of a C0 F2P Kokomi. You will see mathematically what the output sort of is going to be. Of course, level 1 weapon and no sort of goblet here. I can guarantee you her performance will be below that of an F2P Kokomi, so don't worry, I'm not being unfair in any sort of way. I've made sure that the maths checks out. We're going to be using a little Traveler here. Traveler F2P because you can literally just play the game, get her, and so on. So it's going to be pretty awesome. We're going to use Sucrose. I've used the Sucrose so many times. It's pretty much it should probably be meme worthy, but this is the same Sucrose I've used in pretty much all my runs. And then, of course, where's Miss Fischl? 4-star character, 4-star weapon. Constellations, just play the game and you also get more or less all of these. For the other half, we're just going to run the classic international visible guy over here and his stats. Bennett, Festering Desire, once again a craftable weapon you can obtain. Very nice high energy recharge because why not? Xiangling being herself, there we go, Dragon's Bane and so on. Pretty F2P by most standards. I know a lot of people pride themselves in the 4-star only 4-star weapons challenge, but in my opinion the fact that you will still have by the time you get Constellation 6 on those 4 stars, you would have already had a couple of C0 5 stars. So challenges like those are just kind of silly to me. For me, it's all about, is this more or less F2P enough for most people? And yeah, if you've been playing for a long time and these are more or less the characters that you've gotten, can you beat Spiral Burst? The answer is obviously going to be yes. And we're going to do it right now. So I'm going to pick this, literally stand here, AoE Hydro, AoE Dendro, and then just wait for enemies to come in. Quickly just sort of disable them, quickly smack them, get a bit of a Hyper Bloom. Obviously Kokomi making it so easy with that off-field Hydro. This is in contrast to what you'll see with Barbara. Look at that, just the 5,000 and so on. As promised, this is in more or less on an F2P like Kokomi level. Gonna do this with Fischl. Once again, not really paying too much attention to the order of operations here or the rotation or whatever. Absolutely irritating any sort of theory crafter that's going to be watching this. But hey, this is all about just simply relaxing, sitting back, and just pressing buttons. As you can hear, I'm just going bam, 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 bam. Here's a little jellyfish. Here's a little sucro. What do you call it? Oz. Just waiting for these enemies to come in close. Boom, boom, boom. Just being absolutely casual. No sort of fancy animation cancels or anything like that. Smacking the enemies. Boom. Dunk, dunk, dunk. And there we go. Just make sure we have enough energy for the next floor. Yep, we've got you. We have enough on Kokomi. Yeah, that should be fine. And hey, just by randomly pressing buttons, we've beaten the floor. It's really not that difficult. It's really not that anxiety-inducing, and this is like the kind of like the whole point. So with Chongying, we obviously want to get some cooldown reduction, start funneling some elemental burst energy for Xiangling, as you sort of saw there, sort of attack. Just keep in mind we want to attack and hit this guy at the same time. There's a bit of Chongying again. And now we're just going to sort of attack here with Xiangling, attack here with Bennett, get some particles again back into Xiangling because she is just so energy hungry. And quickly dash that, do this. Oh, this enemy just dodged us completely. Oh well. Go here because he's more or less going to go here. And we should then have enough for our burst here on Xiangling. Xiangling, freaking energy hungry character, so annoying. Da-da-dum. Oops, missed him. Oh well, skill issue. We can just funnel some of this extra energy once again into Xiangling because she really needs it. Funnel into Xiangling because she really needs it. Oh well, we've got so much time on the clock. It's just, I'm just going to see if we can build some of our elemental burst for the next floor. Smack, and come on, hit him. There we go. Yay, Xiangling's online. Finally. And just smack. Oh well, really not that bad. So next floor. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. More energy is always fine. I hate that bug where you can't move your character. So we're just going to do the quick usual sort of setup and make sure we sort of immobilize all of these enemies. Going to do this, smack them, and then Kokomi, Oz, trigger some hyper blooms, please. Come on, Oz, trigger some hyper blooms. There we go. Boom. Oh wow, I didn't really take too much of their health off, but wouldn't be the end of the world. Put in a little bit of a taser. Oz should be online if my... Okay, yeah. But I think it's more important to just sort of stagger them. Oh, I should have probably used my elemental sort of skill on my traveler. Oh well, mistakes were made. By the way, you saw then 8,000 on Kokomi. That's just because we sort of shredded Hydro resistance. That's not because of some sort of unfair advantage that an F2P player will never ever have. Boom. Do this. Nyong. Let's see if we can't get some more hyper blooms to take care of these enemies. Do this. Oh, this. I think this is going a bit better than the other guys. I see this enemy right here needs a bit of health. A bit of health reduction. The other guys are, well, they're pretty much almost dead. Boom. Smack you. Ow. Ow. Boom, 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 boom. Go, official. Boom. Are we going to have all our elemental bursts for the final floor? Yep, got all the important ones. Beat him up, Oz. Hey! Right, so once again, the exact same formula. We start off here with Chongyun. We do this. I think since we've got these two big enemies, will probably be a bit easier because they just drop a lot of particles for like elemental bursts and stuff. And try and see if we can't just like quasi freeze them. We're going to do this, and I'm just going to sort of iframe here with Bennett. Come on, Xiangling. Even with a cooldown reduction, your high burst cost is just so irritating. Take care of this guy, take care of this guy. Boom. And quickly break this little cryo shield. I'm going to try and put my burst here if they're going to force me into a corner. Yep, I'm going to sort of dodge them. There we go. Xiangling, start healing up yourself. And we can do this with Xingshu. Now Bennett should have his like elemental burst back up once we are done here. Yep. Come on. And then there should be game, set, match. Easy. Right, final floor. Seriously, I mean, you guys can tell I'm not even trying my best here. It's just fascinating to me why people struggle with the spiral abyss. I think it literally just comes down to like a lack of practice. And one. Oops. Yep, and a lack of aim. Alright, there we go. He's sort of taken care of here. I'm gonna do this. Sucrose, do your little thing. I should probably just put down a bit of hydro. There we go. Oh well. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Oh yeah, I completely messed up with Oz. Again, mistakes were made because it's actually kind of important to have Oz here on the field. I feel like we are dragging a bit behind in terms of DPS, but it's okay. Come on, Oz. Sanganamiya, Kokomi. Dump, bump. Come on, come on, come on. Hey! Now we can attack him with Kokomi, like I promised. Like, this is just pure F2P Kokomi sort of damage here. Oh well. It doesn't matter if he's in the sky. Boom. Boom. Like, tell me that is like so difficult. It really, really isn't. Of course, we don't need to be conservative with our elemental burst here. We can just be a bit more aggressive. Come on, traveler. Come on. Don't be like Xiangling. Bam! Right, and then of course the final floor. Ow. Looking absolutely the wrong way. Gonna do this once again, just sort of keep the formula going. Ow. Freaking Xiangling. Boom, boom, boom. I think the funneling of the particles should be fine. You're just gonna get deleted, lady. Doo-doo-doo. Oh yeah, I have still these two to sort of take care of. Oh yeah, I must remember this guy can actually be super, super annoying because it'll take like forever to break his geo shield. No, no, no! Yeah. Bum, bum. Oh well, he should be almost dead. Come on! Xiangling! Yay! Right at the end. Chongyun, Chongyun, Chongyun. Boom, boom, boom. Hey! There we go. More or less F2P, whatever. Right, so as promised, as you guys can see, it's not I think a lot of people don't realize that you just need decently built units. You don't need like super cracked out sort of hyper units. All you need is, if you look like for instance at my Xiangling here, lots of energy, definitely, but I mean 60 to 100 should be more or less fine. It's same here with Xingshu 50 to 100. You don't need much more than that, and the same here official as well. 50 to about, I think 50 to 100 should also be fine. And even with Kokomi herself, it's just about having decently built sort of characters and so on, and also understanding that certain abilities and constellations can make quite a bit of a difference. So, for instance, Chongyun, you use his E ability, and then all elemental skills and bursts casted within this have their cooldowns reduced by 15 seconds. This means I have higher uptime on him, I have higher uptime on her, and higher uptime on him. This is the key to playing really, really well, understanding how to layer your abilities in what order and so on. Once you do it, the game becomes really, really, really easy, and then you can have like fun with all sorts of different characters. Alright everyone, that's been it from my side. Keep well. Cheers.